Boy, where does Tyson go next? Frank Warren certainly wouldn't be drawn on it tonight.
I'd like to see him fight Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, it's a fight.
I think they're both coming off losses. Let's think, we've been waiting for that one for some time now. There's no better time than right now.
That's a great fight to be made, and I think that's probably over the next week or so when things calm down a bit. That's probably the fight.
The biggest fight.
Frank and Addy will start to look at.
I can think of a bigger fight. We come back here for the third fight. I know that it's 2-0, but it's been so tight and so controversial, the two. We know there's a trilogy on the table. I think they have a third fight. I really do. And that's still a massive fight.
Before AJ?
Oh, before AJ.
I think AJ will be bigger than the third fight.
I know, it probably will. But you know what? If they have a third fight, he's not going to get knocked out. If he loses again, the AJ fight's still there. I believe that Fury's right when he says the AJ fight is going to be there. No matter when it happens, it's going to be there.
But Dubois, if he beats Joseph Parker, he's not going to be happy if there's a trilogy because he wants Usyk.
He won't be happy if there's a trilogy, but it's a case of how he beats Parker. He's got to beat Parker really well. And by the way, that is not a foregone conclusion. There are about 10 other heavyweights who I would back Dubois to win in front of Parker, to be in front of Parker. I'm convinced.
I get the way Dubois was in the ring, obviously trying to make a fight, but it's a little bit disrespectful. First of all, to Tyson Fury. Secondly,
to
Oleksandr Usyk. But thirdly, to Joseph Parker, who he's going to fight in February. You know, I didn't quite like that. I understand why he's doing it, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
Bunce, you just said that's why he left.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why Fury left. You're in the ring. You're Tyson Fury. You've been the king of the world for a long time. You're in the ring. The man that's just beaten you really tight on points is there. You're standing in the ring. You're not standing in the ring for any other thing other than to do an interview. And suddenly you see Dubois come in, enter stage left, and get straight into the fray. And I tell you what, I bet if we can get another camera angle, I bet you Tyson Fury leaves at some point during that first thing. He's standing in the ring. That's the way it works.
Do you know what, Becky? There was 2 points as well that Lennox made there, and one was Fury. He would have liked to see Fury be more aggressive.
Yeah.
I agree with that. He was more aggressive than he was in the first fight, but I still think that he needed more to be more aggressive in the fight. Trilogy, but he made enough. I think he could have been. He could have. I think so.
He didn't have much at the end. It wasn't.
No,
much
and maybe a lot of that may have been down to the weight.
If he'd have done 20% more in terms of pressure,
may have been down to the weight.
Would he have been able to finish the fight?
Not sure.
Sorry, I'm just going to jump in here because we have found this footage here. We're seeing Dubois, I think, is in the ring at that point, Bunce, to back up your point there. And he was having none of it.
Yeah, it was a little bit disrespectful, but yeah, I didn't like it. I said Lennox made 2 points. I got the one. The second point was Usyk could retire. Yeah. Usyk could retire now as a living legend, an absolute great. And what we don't do, and I've been talking about this all week, when fighters are still fighting, we don't really class them as great while their career's still going on. Usyk, is one of the greatest fighters we have ever seen, and I can firmly say that without a shadow of a doubt.
Should we have a look back at it?
Yes. Come on.
Well, Tyson Fury, you've certainly given it from the off. The facial expressions were there. Buncey?
Yeah, listen, I wasn't at all surprised when he did that. I was more surprised by the Santa Claus outfit. Fury does nothing wrong in the first half of this fight. Yeah. If he loses one of the rounds or two of the rounds, that's it. Could he have been more aggressive there? I tend to agree. Of course he should have been more aggressive, but I agree with David. Had he been more aggressive in round 2, 3, 4 and 5, then he may have had nothing left in rounds 10, 11 and 12.
I don't think that added weight helped. I don't think putting on that weight helped.
Do you know what? It probably looks like that now, and it's all. I mean, we're all saying this with hindsight, aren't we? But I think you might be right.
All of the bigger shots that had the biggest impact came from Usyk. He was pressing the fight, the ring generalship. He was, Fury was, trying to evade him. When it should have been Fury using his size to push the smaller man back.
There was occasions as well, and I pointed this out to Bunce. There was occasions where Fury did get close to Usyk, and I've said to Bunce, he should have been over the top of him and pushing him down.
Like
Klitschko used to do.
Yeah, Klitschko, like Lennox Lewis, using their height.
Because it's not like the ref was having to pull Fury off at all. In fact, I'm not sure if he even pulled him off once, Dave.
No. Yeah, a lot of the bigger shots, the big, long, looping shots were coming from Usyk.
But all these rounds were close. There wasn't a lot in any of the rounds.
I wonder how many rounds the judges. Well, they certainly agreed on some of the last 6. I would like to see I'd like to see the first 6 rounds and see how many times the 3 judges agreed on a round.
Yeah.
Oy.
Big last round from Usyk. Really pressed this last round.
Yeah.
He really wanted to, and it should have been Tyson Fury really going at it.
And Fury was trying to win the last round. I don't think it was like he was coasting because he thought he was up. I think he tried to win the last round, but he was just he was outfought in the last round by Usyk. That's what happened.
And you know, and as I say, going into the last round, Sugar Hill had just done that whole thing. You've got to take this round.
Yeah.
Not screaming, not over the top. This is quite simple.
Good sound advice.
Just get out there. And I think he said it's simple. Take this round.
Yeah.
He needed the round.
There's no tomorrow. That's the line.
You like that one?
I like
It
that.
was a
That's
good
the
line.
T-shirt, baby.